Nah, I'm not referring to someone as they, them, like they are an object. Really doesn't cost anybody anything to be generally a good human being, but nope, some people really are too cheap for that. Hello everybody, and welcome back to another video for the day. We'll go back in r/insane people Facebook, because as I've stated before, social media is some questionable waters, but I got my water wings and I'm going in there for yous. If you guys would like to be absolutely amazing, show your support, and see more videos like this one in the near future, be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment down below to start up them wholesome internet discussions, and if you guys have not already, subscribe to the channel and turn on them notifications. In the first picture, we have the Titanic, one of the most famous ships in history. Made of steel, the most luxurious and largest ship in history so far. Its creators said not even a god could sink it, but the ship wrecked within 3 hours of its voyage on April 15th, 1912. In the second picture, we have Noah's Ark, an ark made out of gopher wood. The wooden ship sailed on the waters that covered the entire Earth for 40 days and 40 nights, and it never sank or suffered any damage. Did you know why? It was the power of God that sustained it. So also, God will sustain you no matter how weak you are. If you're in God's hands, He will sustain. Jeremiah 32:27. Behold, I am the Lord. I am the God of all flesh. Is there anything too hard for me? I mean, making somebody with a nice, decent common sense would be nice. Because it kind of is weird that you got people out here that'll make this kind of comparison, but at the same time not factoring in that one of them ain't real. There is no such thing as cancer. There is no such thing as diabetes. There is no such thing as AIDS. There is no such thing as heart disease. There is no such thing as autoimmune disease. You mean AIDS? I haven't even scrolled down. Dude already listed the same thing twice. Yeah, this is the high-minded individual. There is no such thing as herpes. There is no such thing as Lyme disease. There is no such thing as multiple sclerosis. These are just man-made names given to label all the symptoms of the same problem, causing all of them. What do you want to bet it's vaccine? These diseases people are experiencing are simply an expression of their cells indicate internal toxicity and deficiency. The cells have many different ways of communicating this, all of which can be reversed completely through the same process. Detox, aka the elimination of all obstruction and waste. Raw foods plus fasting plus breath work are the foundations to heal any disease. Yes, you know, because eating raw meat doesn't totally give you salmonella. Fasting, okay, some people do that. Breathing, okay, some also other people do that. Yeah, no, that'll cure cancer. Drop the Western medicine labels. They're only created to treat and suppress symptoms. You've got to address the root cause if you want to live a disease-free life. Don't forget to mention the disease caused by vaccines. There it is. Oh, 100%. That is also covered under a toxicity. How does this explain toddlers with cancer? Toxicity passed from the parents. Yes, hereditary toxicity. Yeah, don't you know, you just give somebody a little bit of Turbolax, a good old detox, light a candle or something, some good, lavender scents. That'll totally cure cancer. Men who carry water bottles out in public give me the ick, especially at the airport. You can't go a few hours without having your little sips of water. Carrying around anything is a feminine trait. The only thing men should be carrying around are his wallet and a pocket knife. So you mean to tell me it's gay to carry around a bottle of water? I guess I'm gay now. No, a Florida man, of course it is, used a weapon to fire 30 rounds at his pool cleaner, claiming he believed the man was an intruder. The victim was wounded from flying glass. However, the homeowner will not face charges due to the state's stand your ground law. Who breaks into somebody's house to clean their pool? Seriously, you can even see in the image the dude's got like the pool net. What was he gonna do with it? Oh yeah, maybe clean the pool. No, apparently that means light him up and make him turn into Swiss cheese. I looked up the Florida stand your own ground law. It basically states that if you are in fear that you are going to die, then you have the right to use deadly force. What was the dude gonna do to end your life via pool net? None of them died. No bodies found in the smashed sub. Y'all are just gullible. Do your research. You really think 5 billionaires would pay $250,000 to be in a pop can? They could have bought 100 of them if they wanted to. People really are still out here denying the whole sub thing, aren't they? Maybe before you spout the nonsense, you might want to ask the people that know a little thing, you know, scientists, the people that understand what happens under pressure. I mean, heck, you could just watch an episode of Mythbusters that did an episode about what happens exactly then. Hi everyone, May nephew is getting out of prison and we wanted to throw a welcome home party for him. He loves minions and balloons, that's how he got locked up, and I found his inspiration on my Pinterest board. Does anyone know how to put together a balloon statue of this fabulous guy? Yes, you know, because the first thing you think of when, hey, I just get out of prison was, let's get a minion. By the way, that's not Bob. This is Bob. What the government doesn't tell you. Okay, you know, I can't do the Chills voice for the entirety of this thing. Number 1, socializing boosts immunity. Yeah, no, I'm not doing that for any. Number 2, the heart's electrical field reaches out 6 feet. 3, bacteria are our immune system. Number 4, viruses are part of a detoxing mechanism. 5, no one can infect you unless it is via your bloodstream. Yeah, you know, it's not like anybody's ever been sneezed on and then gotten sick from that before. It's conspiracy from the government. It's Pepe Sylvia all over again. If you have stomach issues that you can't explain, try walnuts. It's a naturally antibiotic and paralyzes any worms in your system so they can be flushed out. Stuff is real, folks. Our food sources is dookie. Hope this helps some. I'm starting to believe that depression isn't what they are saying. I think it's a form of parasites infesting our food and causing brain damage. The only reason they don't want to cure that because it is a $1 trillion industry. I also think through our lewd acts, we transfer other worms back and forth and they call it energy. But it's really the combination or addition to the parasites in our body. I think attraction is parasitical, and that's why you see certain groups together and hooked up. How they distract from that is with all the flashy new trends and stuff that needs to be consumed, and the parasites feed on our release of pleasure is why it is so pushed on us to be happy, etc. To constantly feed on our release of endorphins as energy. Then when we are used up, we die and on to the next. How can it not be parasitical when our host body consumes defecate, and you said that twice, dang it, and destroys the very world that we live in? So you mean to tell me they're putting worms in the food that turns people frickin' depressed? What's next? They're putting chemicals in the water that turns the frickin' frogs gay? This is one of the saddest news stories I've read this past week. Adults are renting bouncy houses for weddings, birthdays, and company parties to play into. Just say you were pissy because you weren't invited. Plus, dude, if this is the bottom line of bad stuff for you watching the news, you need to actually watch the news, because there are a ton of things that are much worse that you could honestly be looking at than people buying bouncy houses. God forbid people spend their money how they want to. Exactly. That's why vaxxers always say, I was vaccinated and I'm fine. And all of us who have actually looked into the vaccines laugh and laugh. Oh, you mean to rephrase that last part as all of us who have cherry-picked our outcome of the vaccines laugh and laugh. That's what you meant to type, right? By looked into blank, I assume you're a doctor with a PhD in immunology and you have a lab where you research. Or are you the couch and a half an hour long Googling things I agree with is research type? What do you think? And by think, I mean think at all, because you know for a fact this person don't. The belief that injecting multiple doses of a foreign genetic material, heavy metals, and other substances directly into the bloodlines of completely healthy babies every few months somehow produces health is patently absurd. And the only reason anyone would ever believe it is through heavy indoctrination. Heavy indoctrination equals I'm not qualified in any way and don't understand the technology that I am looking for ways to validate my prejudices. Show me a study that proves aluminum hydroxide and aluminum phosphate, when injected in multiple doses every few months, are completely safe for babies. I'll wait. You're probably also the same schmuck that says dihydrogen monoxide is horrible for the human body because it kills everybody. Just say you're stupid enough to fall for that one. But yes, it's totally a conspiracy, indoctrination. It's the Illuminati, not the cease and desist one. Adi. But with that, that is going to have to be it with the video. If you guys would love to be absolutely amazing, show your support, and see more videos like this one in the near future, be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment down below to start up the wholesome internet discussions, and if you guys have not already, subscribe to the channel and turn on them notifications. I'll be sure to see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching, and bye-bye.